Hi everybody, and welcome to Chattanooga NORML. Chattanooga NORML is the fourth of the Tennessee NORML chapters. We have Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, and Chattanooga. I'm Yvonne Hubert. I'm the president of East Tennessee NORML, and I'm also the liaison between the four chapters. And in late December, 1st of January, the state contacted me and asked if I would step in and reorganize Chattanooga and get them in line with the rest of the state and everything. And I'm always up to a challenge, and I kind of created the position of being the liaison, so of course I said yeah. And last month we held their first new Chattanooga NORML chapter meeting, and we discussed a lot. And over the last 3 weeks, I have been in discussion with pretty much most of the people who were at the Chattanooga first meeting. And I have come up with, when a chapter is reformed or beginning to be formed, a lot of times it's good practice to appoint your first board of directors. Because, you know, when you first meet, you're not going to know everybody. But I took the last 3 weeks to get to know these people. And when I announce your name and your position, please stand up and just say a few brief words to introduce yourself. First off, I would like to introduce, let's do this backwards. Let's start with the communications director, Alex Stewart. Alex, stand up please and just say a few words.
I am Alexander Stewart, currently going to Chattanooga State for a web design. And I'm jumping in.
Thanks, Alex. Next, your alternate board member is Dwayne Madden. Dwayne, please stand up and introduce yourself.
I'm Dwayne Madden. Live in Chattanooga, ready to get active. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Dwayne.
No problem.
I feel like I'm playing musical chairs. Dun, 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 dun. Next, efficiency does not even come close to describing this woman. I thought I was somewhat efficient. No, this, Teresa, I was one of the people that helped to start up with the new Chattanooga NORML. It's Teresa Ivy, and she contacted the Tennessee chapter looking for the NORML group, and they got her in touch with me, and boy, she took the bulls by the horn, or the bull by the horns, or maybe she did take the bulls by the horns. Whatever she did, she's going to do it completely right. I'd like to introduce Chattanooga NORML's secretary, Teresa Ivy.
Hello. This is a really great time to be joining. I've been waiting years and years and years for marijuana reform to finally come up to the table, and I contacted NORML because I felt like my efforts would be worthwhile. She talks about efficiency, and I don't like wasting time on things that are fruitless. So I have a lot of faith in the movement, and I'm extremely hopeful for lots of change in the next couple of years. So we'll see what we can do to help that at our school.
Thank you, Teresa. Vice President was a difficult decision because the key main role of the Vice President is to be able to jump in case something unforeseen happens, either short term or long term. And I interviewed Kayla Queen. And Kayla will tell you, this is so important to me. I took this interview very, very seriously. And I asked some pretty pointed, hard questions. And Kayla struggled a little bit with, well, what should I do in this situation, whatever. And I thought, well, maybe, I can, put Kayla and let her grow. But then I had second thoughts. And the reason I had second thoughts was because her dedication. Oh, no, this is, really bad. Oh, well, life happens. Hold on.
I don't see that in my notes, I'm sorry.
But Kayla had determination, and she said, and one of the things she said that really made me choose her was, well, I'm going to learn this as I'm going along. We're all new at this. And I'm like, you're right, we are. Because when I took over as the liaison between the chapters, I just did it because it's something needed to be done. And Doug Patton, the president in Nashville, says, that I've taken it farther than he evolved. So I'm like, okay, Kayla, I got a chance, and you get a chance, and I think you're going to make a most excellent VP. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name is Kayla Queen, and I am actually from Lookout Valley. I decided to stop being an advocate and start being an activist instead. So at the last meeting, they made that pretty clear. If you're wanting to, do this thing, we need to do it. So I decided to jump in as well, just like the rest of the board.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's see, what's next? Oh, yeah, President. Your leader, your guide, your president, your director is a very important position to have because the president basically will lead you guys through ideas for education, lead you guys for planning meetings, lead you guys by directing the board in decisions. Even it was Kayla that found the really cool thing. And when we asked everybody to speak last month, I wanted the people to walk out of the room last month knowing a good deal about each other and knowing people's reasons for becoming a marijuana activist. I was expecting people to just stand up, hi, I'm Bob, I'm Joe, I'm Sadie. My reasons are I know somebody who has died from cancer, I know somebody who is in jail, or I've been in jail, it's not right. All of the reasons, and I was not expecting the raw emotion that came from that meeting, and it was Alicia that stood up first and told her story and told why she's fighting this and she's working for this, she's marching for this, educating for this, and she wants to lead through this because of her parents. Ladies and gentlemen, this is hard because this is going to be great, and I have to sit down and turn over the reins, which is cool, but, nobody wants to see their child leave home.
We ain't going far.
I know. I'm only a car right away. But I'd like to introduce you guys to your new president, Miss Alicia Westbrook.
Hi guys.
You can stop my camera now.
So
my battery going.
the main reason I pushed to be president is because I'm in a position unlike most people who support cannabis, because we know from surveys, we know from the media, over half of America, even more, support this, think it's stupid that it's a Schedule 1, that it's a crime to do this to our people. The difference is I work for a company based in Canada, so I can scream it all I want, and I will never get drug tested. My work actually now knows that I'm president of this chapter and supports me. That's something a lot of people can't do. That's why I want to be the face of it, because I'm not worried. I'm not worried about getting in trouble for it. If they pressure me, I'll get through it. I'm in a place where I can speak, where a lot of people can't. Because I know a lot of people want to be activists. You want to be... Several of the people who wanted to be board members were fine until they realized they would be the public face. And they're like, hey, that ain't going to work with my job. And I get that. I get that it's scary. What we're doing is scary because it's something illegal. It's Schedule 1. But change is coming, guys. Like, you guys, most of you are linked on the Facebook. You've all seen it. To give you an idea of how much we've grown, when I got administrative access a week ago to our page, we have this little tracker. Actually, let me kick to the inside. We have a tracker that tells us how many people are looking at our posts. So, total page likes, when I first joined, was about 700. It's 1,153 now, in 1 week. That's how much this page is made. I've seen each of you go on here and post our posts and share it. It's working.
Okay, you went from how many to how many?
700 was the total page likes when I joined as a min. Now it's 1,153. This week, we've had 9 paid people start following our public page. Our total reach, as far as people who have accessed the page, is 2,107 people. That's huge. That is a lot of people. Now we got to get them actually coming out to these things. The reach
Is that everywhere, or just in Chattanooga?
This is people on Facebook in our Chattanooga only page. Just the Chattanooga page. The post reach, so people have seen our posts, is now up to 2,060. People engaged, so people actually reading and sharing, is up to 509. But these are the real numbers. This is what we're touching. We're touching 2,000 people. Imagine 2,000 people who learn cannabis can cure their cancer. People don't know this. People have no idea because it's been criminalized this whole time. And I know we're all here because we believe we can bring it to be legal. So we don't go to jail for a recreation you enjoy. So that you don't go to jail so that your granny can cure her cancer. So I don't go to jail and my parents don't lose their medical because they need it for pain. We all have a reason to fight. We all have a reason to get involved, and there's more. We have to start bringing. To do that, we got to get this chapter legit. We are technically a sub-chapter, so we're not quite a full chapter yet. We're getting there.
We can still do everything we need to do as a sub-chapter, so don't let that make you think that this is a bad thing.
With a lot less hassle.
With a lot less hassle, that's where we're at now. If we build up the infrastructure, we stay busy, we'll almost eventually evolve without it even being work to a chapter. So.
And honestly, that doesn't bother me either way. I don't know about y'all. We'll vote on it eventually. But the way I figure we're going to run this is we're going to have meetings, we're going to decide what to do. Give you a month to do it, come back, move on forward. With that in mind, y'all have agendas of what we're going to be trying to do. So first thing, principal media. Anybody have trouble finding the room in the hotel? Well, we don't have a banner, we don't have a poster, we don't have a sign, so I can't direct you.
I did.
My wife got lost on the way.
What's it take, before you go any further, you left a barrier for me, I didn't hear it. One, what's it take to get up to, instead of a sub-chapter, a regular certified chapter, or whatever it takes?
Paperwork.
Huh?
Pretty much.
Paperwork.
Paperwork?
Yeah. And like I said, a lot more hassle.
There's more responsibilities
Yeah.
and more reporting, like with treasury and how we go about stuff. What it needs is that extra time might be taking, we need to have enough manpower in place, because if we do it too soon, then some of our manpower will be diverted dealing with extra paperwork that we don't have to deal with. and it might take away from some of our actions and activities that will get the word out more. So we need to balance out the added paperwork with the benefits when that time comes.
And if something arises, which things do, and no chapters, I mean, chapters come with their own little problems, or organizations or groups. And, you know, we had our ups and downs and downs and downs in Knoxville. And if we'd have been a full chapter, the things that shouldn't go on would continue to go on. But since Knoxville was a subchapter, then the state was able to step in, which they do rarely. Pretty much the state's attitude, free reign. You know, they don't put real restrictions on you as a chapter. But with the subchapters, you know, the state's able to send a mediator in, or send me in. Basically, that's my job, sort of, is to send me in to help out, boost, fix,
Be a resource.
be a resource. So, I mean, you know, there's a lot of different goods and bads and ups and downs and everything. But right now, for 3 to 6 months, you will, you know, be a subchapter. So it's nothing really you need to think about until, you know.
I'm not looking forward to the extra paperwork that will come with
Yeah.
being a full chapter. I actually dread it.
Well, hopefully we'll have
And
more
if it-
people to help hold that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is hopefully it won't be that bad and we'll have more infrastructure in place. But yeah, it is. It's a little more work. There's, especially with the treasury and stuff like that. Right now we have.
I understand. I didn't know if it was like you had to have so many members to be a member of it before you got
it's
whatever.
not
You know
what
what
like that. It's just more
stipulations are.
we're more directly responsible for our reporting for nonprofit and stuff like that. And a lot of it is with the money handling. And if it's in a remote location, it's you know, it takes us time to secure the money, which is kind of a good thing because that means we won't blow it as quickly or easily. We have to plan out our purchases and stuff. But you know, that's sometimes that's convenient, sometimes that's inconvenient. So it's just it's apples and oranges. So on printed media, I would like to make a suggestion that we do pens. If you notice, we've all got these wonderful Country Inn and Suites by Carlson pens. These should all be normal pens.
You can
We
do
have
those at Vistaprint once you get your guys' logo.
Can I make a wish list on the minutes of
Yes.
items suggested?
I was just whispering that to Kayla.
And then I want to say one other thing before then I'll,
Sure.
on the banner, I've done applique banners for other organizations I've been in that are cloth. You can wash them, they don't get torn up, they last forever, but it's fabric applique. So and it's something you can carry in a march. You put grommets all around it, you can tie it up 100 different ways. So whatever kind of frame you want to put it on, or hooks, you can do it. So I could design 1 or 2 of them. I can design a vertical one that you know can hang over a doorway. I can design a long one that 4 people can stand behind, and you can put on a little stand.
I would even recommend a couple smaller ones.
Something you can hang off a doorknob or a
Right.
meat hook or something. So, I mean, as far as stuff like that, I'm good at that. I've got the resources, and that could be like a project, and maybe I can have some ready by this summer. Or sooner, depending on what we design or if anyone wants to come over and help. But I would be willing to offer that from my skill set. And but as far as the other stuff, go ahead and but that's something you don't have to throw money at. If you give me turnaround time to make something that will work for a lot of our stuff.
That would be
I
awesome.
will get you guys a catalog of the company I use in Morristown.
I think they have a Vistaprint here.
Well, no, not
okay.
the Vistaprint. That's a national.
Yeah.
And this other one that, cause I can get you guys like the deal, like on the shirts and everything.
What about that on the shirts? I mean, are we buying the shirts specifically
well-
themselves, or are we buying the printer to where we can print our own?
It would be nice
Because
if
all
we
it
could
is
use them
is
as
screen print. I mean, you can buy
we're going to use them as a
themselves.
fundraiser. Can
Yeah.
we use them as a fundraiser?
You can. Well, we've done pretty good at it.
What are you selling yours for, and what do yours cost? What is your cost for them?
Well, our new cost, if it works out, is gonna be $5 a shirt.
Ooh, that's sweet.
And this one though is $7.25. And that's just a deal because I know the guy at the BK Graphics. And these, I might have to check out the other ones, but I'll let you know. Because sometimes paying a little extra for the quality's good.
Yeah.
And these are good quality.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason why I was
You said
saying
I'm sorry.
about looking to investing into the screen itself, and then all we
Yeah.
have to purchase is the shirt and the ink.
Do you know how to do silk screen?
It's easy.
Well,
I
see,
mean,
they
you
do
just
it
put
all
it on
the
there and you pull a squeegee across the
No,
front,
I
it's done.
understand. I just didn't know if you've done it
Yeah.
actually or not.
I've done it on paper, but not on cloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done
You
it
know,
on
and they've got
cloth.
kits at Michael's
You've
and
done
stuff.
it
I
on
mean,
cloth?
we could do.
Awesome.
We could do that. I mean,
We
if we,
do
that would be a
for
fun
meeting
event.
after the meeting.
Well, that would be a
Yeah.
fun event to do at one of our houses or something.
Anybody willing to get their hands dirty?
Yeah.
Once we
I
get
can
going,
do it.
see,
Bring my
we can do
kids.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
break off into groups and have little projects going anyway, isn't
That's
that?
what I'm really wanting.
Here.
I mean, cause guys,
let's
Yeah.
do stack. Hang on, there's a little.
I just want to also bring up, we also need to intermingle with other, like for instance, your cancer group. There needs to be a cancer reach out as well, because there a lot of these places, like the Epilepsy Org, in the next 2 months, they're getting ready to do a festival, Chocolate Flame. And they have 1,000 at least people show up for this thing.
And that's
these are
something we
epileptics
should have
that
a
are very
booth at.
specific,
Yeah.
and they're very.
We need a fan table.
Yes, we need to really make sure that we're, the parts that would, like, you know, anorexia, all these kind of divisions, we need to really branch out and kind of like shake hands with those people too, because they're gonna be part of our walk.
actually, you just brought up a point. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. Are there any new people? Well,
Yes.
Jamie.
Oh, before we,
You got 4 hands.
do we have anyone that hasn't signed the sign-in sheet?
Somebody signed
Because
me.
I noticed, I did you already. I did you already. And if you would hand them an agenda.
Really quickly, Alicia, if you don't mind,
Here we go.
can everybody do a quick
Did anyone else need
introduction?
an agenda?
Yes. I need another one over
You need
here.
an agenda over here?
I just wanted her to know what it
Agenda?
was, so I passed it.
Yeah, I would even recommend doing stuff like group,
Okay, there's 2 here. Do you want one too?
No, I gave her mine.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and pass that.
Okay, guys, this is the importance of our Facebook and our Facebook Messenger. Because they've got enough people, and we do on East Tennessee too, that man the Facebook, that you can send messages and get your messages answered. And ideas from people are good. Do you want to do introductions around real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
All right, so we met the board. Let's meet y'all. Katie, will you start?
I'm Katie Westbrook, Alicia's wife.
Wow, can you like be really excited, Katie?
That sounds like every married couple. I gotta be honest. You gotta have one. So now we joke.
I decided to help Alicia with this and do it myself because I've got a few issues of my own that I know cannabis can help, so.
All right, I'm Jamie. I'm from Knoxville. Came up with Yvonne. I'm very active in the community because I've got family members who have cancer. I've got friends with children with epilepsy, and I know this plant can help them. And I've been talking back and forth with a lot of our legislature, Bob Corker, Lamar Alexander, Haslam, trying to get them on board. They're kind of iffy. They want to see more proof, of course, which is fine. But we need to work doing what we're doing here to get the law set in place to where we can research it, to where we can have federally funded research in order to be able to prove that this stuff really does work. And if we keep doing what we're doing here, it's going to happen quick. So that's why I'm in.
I care not to be on TV.
Not a problem. I'll share the board.
My name's Wayne. I've been kind of involved in this since 1967, on and off. I got PTSD. I'm a vet. I got fibromyalgia and a bunch of other stuff that's going on. And I know this really works. You know, I know it really does. And so I promote it as much as I can. I'm at the point I'm old enough I kind of don't give a shit anymore about stuff. You know?
I
So
think think that's what's,
I think the older generation is getting to that point.
they're like, hey, we're old enough,
Yeah.
we can demand this, we're adults.
But I like to suggest that, while I got the floor here, that I got 2 Facebooks, and one of them's in my straight world, if you want to call him that, the mainstream
Yeah.
Republican hardcore stuff, and there's my real people. And I go over there and I drop little tidbits of information. I know every one of them going to jump on it bad, so I don't go in there and preach. I just put a little seed there,
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
smart.
That's how
And I
feel.
don't cram it in their throat. Once every 3 or 4 months, I may just drop a little something. And now I see a bunch of them. Some of my old war vets, they have changed. They're passing it on.
Yeah.
I see people going to church that have been told this is all wrong and everything. I see them changing. So it's not like don't beat them over the head. Just plant the seeds. They're smart. They'll figure it out.
Yep.
They'll get curious.
How old are you, Wayne?
67.
Right. You're absolutely right. Just the subtle approach and just put that information out there. Let them look it over in their own time. And also, if you're not like posting 1,000 things every 5 minutes, or if you do that, they're gonna think, oh, well, you're really nuts about this, But if you just do it as subtly as you do everything else, they'll say, oh, this is perfectly normal. He's just being normal. This is no big deal. Da da da. Yeah, this is the new normal. And then, oh, did I say that?
Make sure you plant references with it, though.
Agree with your philosophy. I'm really impressed with who's responded on my Facebook the same way. So I totally agree with that.
And yeah, you try to tell somebody this, a lot of times you won't be able to see them change.
It'll be later.
Yeah, and you might not ever see it, but believe me, you will get to people just talking about it.
You're seeing the results of it right here.
Yeah.
Find it when they come back and tell you like it's their idea.
Hey, I don't care. I'll take it anyway.
Well, I do too. I just love it.
Yeah.
Let's keep this going around, so.
Okay, my name is Freda Holford. I live in Cleveland.
Hi, Freda. Hey,
Freda. And this is my 3rd meeting. Went to one in Knoxville that Yvonne had, and then our first one in Chattanooga. And I have to work Sunday, so I'm late. I hope no one minds that.
Not at all.
No, at
I'm
all.
a former goody two-shoes that you were just talking about.
Welcome to the club.
And it's for my daughter. She's has a genetic disorder that is extremely painful, and the strongest medicine they have doesn't help. Marijuana does. Actually, the oil that is what helps her mostly.
Can I ask the edible or the topical? Just out of my own curiosity here.
It drops in her mouth. It's
Okay.
a little bottle, just a little tiny bottle that has drops that.
I was curious. I've heard good things about the topical too, and I haven't made anybody that tried.
I think you can use what she uses as a topical also.
Sorry, I'll research that one time. Thank you for answering.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here.
I brought
My
your shirt,
pleasure.
Rita.
Huh?
I brought your shirt.
Oh, thank you. And today, I had a lady come through my line at work at Home Depot, and she was crying. She was on the phone, and she was telling me, apologizing for talking while she's at the register. And she told me that her mother and dad had died very recently, and her sister is having really bad seizures. And I so wanted to tell her about this, but I'm restricted at work from that. But I just wanted so bad to tell her. And I was brave enough. There's a judge that comes in there all the time. This week I asked him for what recommendations he had, what help I could get, where I could go. He said our risk of anything is very low. And I guess that's it for me.
That's good news, though. I mean,
Yes, he said I
They're
wouldn't
not
worry
gonna-
about it, and he said, go get it, bring it back. So if I get arrested, I'll say.
Judge told me to.
If you look at that on the back of your agenda, on the back of your agenda sheet, there's a list of House and Senate bills that are in the process of going through, and some of them deal with being able to possess the cannabis oil if you have to get it from another state. So, and you can go on the state website and look up more about, they go into more detail when you click on the actual bill. So it was actually promising when I saw that, but go ahead and.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Liberty Crowell. My name is just smack shot to this, but okay.
Right?
I'm an epileptic. I'm a high functioning one. I have something called Javon syndrome. It's very rare. There is no quote-unquote cure or cocktail that will help. So I seize at random, and it freaks people out. I just got removed from Social Security. As of March, I will be no longer disabled, which is lovely to know. I really think that's fantastic. But now I've got to find a job, and I'm not going to piss in a cup for anybody. So I think that's ridiculous and also insulting. But on top of that, what I've been doing is I've been working with people doing art therapy with epilepsy org pages. And that's something that we're looking towards. We need ideas, and we need free things, specifically because there is no budget. So that is something that we are getting ready to start together, Rita Moore and I. And I'm very excited about that part of it. And then the other thing is I'm working on some personal stuff as far as like art projects at home. And I'm doing a lot of flipping right now. One of the flips that I'm doing is actually a marijuana chair by Shaw. It was an old Shaw Walker Industries chair. But I thought it was appropriate because we're getting ready to have some auctions that are going to be happening at the epilepsy page. And I thought that it might be nice if you could applique something that could put on there that maybe that could be.
I was just going to say, go ahead and friend me on Facebook, please. And then,
She's on my friends list.
Yeah.
We're all linked on
Just go ahead and friend me on Facebook, and we'll talk, because if you're into art anyway, I'm the one to talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I want
It's all
your
the
resume.
colors in
I
my head.
might have a place where you might be able to apply.
Okay.
I just want to look at your skill sets and see if
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And we can also use you in trying to come up with our own media things that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm unemployed, so I have a lot of free time.
Free time.
I know a place you don't have to be in a cup because
Yeah.
in Canada they don't give a crap. Yeah.
Exactly.
My turn. I'm Brett. I'm a student at Lee University. I'm ready to help and try to get this legalized. I started into this kind of movement because I got cancer 3 years ago. In remission now. But
Yeah.
it helped my time. I was skeptical at first just because I'm skeptical about everything. But it did help, and I want to help other people.
What's your major?
Biology.
Good.
Perfect.
Yeah. You can be one of these scientists once we get it where they can test it and find new uses and the right strain for the right pain. You might be on the ground floor. Who knows?
Possibly.
How'd you hear about Chattanooga NORML?
Facebook.
Awesome. What sent you to the Chattanooga NORML Facebook?
I think it might have been through the national page. It might have been through some other legalization page.
Do we
Just
have?
follow
Are we linked on the?
So I've liked it.
You're on the Tennessee one.
We are on the Tennessee one.
And I think that, yeah.
We're liked on and part of most of the groups around here, like MOJ and a whole bunch of others. I've been trying to reach out to those and Realm of Care and
I'm glad you